And we're back for another one. This is LB, the Realist with Surrealistic Studios, where the realist is real. Thank you for joining me. So I know I touched on it a tidbit, and other real journalists have actually really provided a wealth of knowledge on the subject of the white helmets in Syria, such as Vanessa Beeley, Eva Bartlett, Carla Ortiz, as well as many others. I've seen some of these ladies on the Jimmy Dore show, as well as other shows, and they really paint a very devious and destructive, propagandized picture of what's really going on in Syria. It's a very ugly situation. Let me just go ahead and jump right into it. So Vanessa Beeley spoke at the United Nations Council recently. This was December 20th of 2018. So this was 5 days before Christmas, 6 days before my birthday, my 30th birthday. She spoke at the United Nations, and what she had to say was alarming. Now, of course, some of this has been reported already. A lot of this has been talked about, for years already. Going back 2, 3, 4 years. But she says that, and again, Vanessa Beeley has spent time in Syria. I believe she said she spent 7 months in Syria, and she's been studying the white helmets for like 4 years, or the Syrian conflict in the white helmets for like 4 years. So she said at the United Nations meeting that the white helmets called for the extermination of Shia villages back in January of 2016. She said they're funded by the UK, and they are either directly or indirectly affiliated with groups such as al-Nusra and al-Qaeda. There's been reports of them dismembering corpses of Syrian soldiers, as well as removing the organs of people on the ground there. So organ trafficking has been reported by the white helmets. They've been reported stealing from people, stealing from dead bodies, their jewelry, anything of value. They have tunnels that are connected to bomb factories, actual tunnels connected to terrorist bomb-making factories. And they staged events and medical procedures that they enacted on, so-called victims of gas attacks or whatever, terrorist attacks. They said that those procedures were faked. And this is being reported again by Vanessa Beeley, and even the likes of Eva Bartlett and Carla Ortiz. They said that, especially Carla Ortiz, that when she spent time in Syria, she actually went to some of the, the bases of the white helmets, or the, the compounds, the headquarters, the white helmet headquarters. And she said that she saw flags, and she took video of this. She saw flags of al-Nusra and al-Qaeda at the white helmets headquarters. She also said that the white helmets headquarters was literally 2 meters, or just feet, a walking distance away from al-Qaeda headquarters or terrorist compounds. So Vanessa Beeley is not the only one saying these things. Carla Ortiz, Eva Bartlett, people that have actually been there, people that have pictures, video evidence, people that have actually spent time in Syria and talked to Syrian residents. So I think the whole conflict in Syria is messy. Of course, the Syrian people have some kind of internal conflict in which they're having a civil war. Then you have terrorist and outside groups such as the US and Turkey and the UK, France, all of these places that are invading Syria, dropping bombs, saying that they're fighting terrorism or they're fighting ISIS, but really, in reality, they're supporting the terrorists on the ground. They're aiding them. They're giving them weapons and military aid and financial assistance. These white helmets were founded and funded by the UK, amongst others. And these terrorists, or these white helmets, in which the Syrian people on the ground say that they make no difference of, like they call the white helmets terrorists. No, those are that's al-Nusra, that's Al-Qaeda. That's a terrorist. Like, you know, it's messy, but these are the reports that I'm hearing. This is from what I'm getting. These people are not even from Syria. These terrorists, or these white helmets, they're not even Syrian people. A lot of people, I guess, try to join the white helmets, but end up getting denied because they're not with the program. Excuse me. So most of these, or if not all of these white helmets, or so-called Syria civil defense, or the new Syria civil defense, they're not even Syrian people. They're from everywhere else but Syria. These people were basically paid and transported to Syria to propagandize this whole shebang. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Could it be bullshit? Possibly. These white helmets supposedly won an Oscar. Or no, not an Oscar. What's an Oscar? You're lucky I can't double check right now. But they won some awards. They had a whole movie about them on Netflix, wasn't it? They had a whole movie made about them. You know, these people are being praised as heroes, as humanitarians, as civil servants that rush in after bombs are dropped, and, you know, and they rescue people that are trapped underneath the rubble, and they're bleeding and they're sweating and they're tired, and they got these white helmets, and, you know, they're saving lives. But at the same time, one of the main people that was out there supposedly saving lives, one of the white helmets, was denied access into the U.S. to accept that award that the white helmets were that they received. He was denied entry into the U.S. For what reason? They don't know. They apologized to him later, but he was denied entry into my country. But I don't know. I don't know what that means, because it's not like we haven't let other terrorists in this country before. I don't know. You know what? You know, hey, this is a country of terrorists. We are a world of terrorists. Yeah, you know, so they're everywhere. Let me know what you guys have to say about this in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, share it, and subscribe to me so we can keep these conversations going. And love, light, and peace, people. I'll see you guys on the next one. Again, Vanessa Beeley speaking at the UN, spilling the beans and the tea on the white helmets. I'm out.